Hi and welcome back. In this tutorial I will be creating a domain and adding 3 operating systems to that domain. To create a domain I'll use the Server 2008 OS. I am continuing from where we left off last time, where we installed the operating systems so they can ping each other. Now I'm going to add a domain, and to do that we go on Server 2008 and we're going to add rules. When you click on add rules, a wizard would come up, so we would click next and we would click on the Active Directory domain services. We would click next and yes to all this. Additional information if you need to installing ADDS, confirm configurations for ADDS, overview. We would click next. Confirmation that you want to install the Active Directory domain services and click install. And it would take a short while, maybe under 5 minutes, according to how fast your system runs, the processor, the RAM you have installed. So all that takes into consideration of how fast this would go. And when creating a domain, you can name it anything you want, but keep it simple, keep it easy, keep it simple, something that you can remember. If you're doing it for a organization, keep it simple to the organization so that whoever logs on, that they would be able to remember the name. Yep, and the installation is nearly finished. And collecting installation results. When this installation is completed, we would be installing the Active Directory domain services. So you would click on this, and here is where the Active Directory is actually the Active Directory services are installed. So we don't want to use advanced mode installation. We would just leave that unchecked and click next. Just double check that you want to do this to make sure and read all of these properly so that you know what it is about. Then click next. We don't want to add to a new forest or to our existing forest. We want to create a new domain in a new forest. So we would check this, click next, and here's where you name your domain. So I would name it michael.com, and I would click next and checking to see if the name is already in use. If it isn't, it would process it. If it's not, then you'll have to change the name. So it's not in use. So with these forest functional level feature is that it has the forest functional level and the details, which I'm using Server 2008. So I will click on Server 2008 and you will be able to add only domain controllers that are running Server 2008 or later to this forest. So I'll click next with this, and yes, next, we don't want to export settings. You would click next, and when this is finished installed, then I would add the other operating systems to the domain. This takes a little while to complete, and you can also check this box to reboot on completion. If you have any other work opened, you can check. You don't check this so that you can close off all your work before you reboot the system. It's configuring the local computer to host Active Directory domain services, and it's creating the directory pattern, configuring the DNS server, because this should be your server machine that you're using, right, and it's finished. So now click finish, and now I have to restart. So yes, restart now, as I don't have no work that needs to be closed. And as it restarts, I won't log into the administrator account. I would log in into the guest account using the administrator at michael.com, and I would use the password to log in into that domain. I'll show you in a short while what I'm talking about. Finally, the system has restarted, and then we go to Control-Alt-Delete. We're not going to log in into this one. We're going to switch user. We're going to log in into other user. The username would be administrator at, and use the password you used when you created the domain. That would be password for this, and then we click to log on. So we have the server 2008 on the domain. So this would be excellent. Now we're gonna add the other operating systems to the domain. Minimize this. We're gonna do Vista. We're gonna add Vista to the domain. We go on the start menu. We right click on my computer. Go to properties, and we go into change settings. Yes, continue. And we're gonna computer name tab, and we're gonna change. Now with this, we're gonna member of domain. We're gonna add it to the domain that we created. The domain name would be michael.com, and we're gonna click OK. And this would be the security to add this operating system to the domain. So the username would be administrator at michael.com, and password used, click OK, and this would add it to the domain. Next, I'm gonna pull up Windows 7. Okay, so cool. Welcome to the domain. Click OK. Then you have to restart right away. Close this. We're going to do the same thing. Click on the start button, right click on my computer, go to properties. Then we're gonna, instead of going to change settings, I'm going to advanced system settings. It's the same process, it's the same place you go to, but a different process. Instead of when you click on change settings, you came to computer name, but when you click advanced system settings, it carried this. So you just have to go to computer name and change. And you're gonna add the domain michael.com, click OK, administrator at michael.com, and the password you used when you created the domain, click OK, and Windows 7 is added, and I'm going to restart right away. Okay, so this is my Vista machine. I would go to Control-Alt-Delete. I'm not gonna log in here. I'm gonna switch user and log in on the other user. I'm gonna log in as administrator. At michael.com, and the password you used was O. Okay, right, and password you used. And it's logging in, so that's good. Windows 7 is just rebooting. By the time all this is taking place, I would go to my XP and do the same process. Go to my start, right click on my computer, go to properties, and we're going to computer name, and we're going to change, and member of, we're going to add the domain. So let it be michael.com. Okay, and username would be administrator at michael.com, password you use, okay. Alright, so welcome. XP is added also, so that would make it all these three added, and I'll restart one time. So Vista is added to domain. I'm gonna log off. And insert control. No, see, before it didn't had this administrate at michael.com. It had the Windows Vista at my /Michael. So you need to get this. That's why I logged in on the other user. So I would Control Alt Delete. It was like this, Windows 7 PC /Windows 7, but I need to get this, administrate at michael.com. So I'd switch user, go to other user, and add administrator at michael.com. Use the password you did. So all the user log into Michael domain. So that is what we're looking for. So the Vista is set up, the Windows 7 is setting up. Now the XP. So Control Delete. I'm not logged on to Michael, not this computer. I'm logged on to Michael. So the username would be michael.com PE. That's the password I used, and click OK. I want to log on. So now all my systems are logged on to the domain. We have the Vista, my server, machine, administrator at michael.com, switch other users. So this is what we're looking for. So now all my systems are onto the domain, and that's how you set up a domain and add the systems to the domain. Just gonna double check it. Windows 7, I'm gonna log off. Make sure that it has administrator at michael.com, and it does. Thank you very much.